no matter what you do, do not move to Bushwick Avenue, Brooklyn. This is what $2,500 gets you in Bushwick, Brooklyn. 2-bedroom. My bedroom is literally 8 feet by 8 feet. It fits everything that I need, but it is a tight squeeze. Almost perfect, but a tight squeeze. If you have any windows, that is what you will hear about 12 times a day, 5 times at night on the average. The good news is I'm moving out. And I'm moving to a place that I consider paradise. And by paradise, it's not an island, but it is a place that healed me after my little Lila Boo died. Every day, all I want to do is be in Beacon. So why the hell not live where my mind takes me? I'm just going with the flow, you guys. Grew up in New York City for all of 35 years, and it's time. It's time for me to get the fuck out. There is a tiny, tiny little gym in this building, and I will confess that I took those weights. I really like these other weights. Do you know of that band Baja? I think I'll pop that in over here, but they make some cute ass weights. I'm gonna return this. I'll take you with me. I have not stepped foot in that gym. To be honest with you, it's so small that it's awkward if anyone else is also in there. This is where I sit my ass down and talk about skincare once a week. If you don't know, now you know. And if you wanna just click that subscribe button, that will bring you great luck this year. So you guys, this is the gym. There's not much to it, but it is a little room with a treadmill and a bike. Let's now go into the little conference room or the little work room. Someone left a desk or something? I really don't know if anyone uses this room, but it's here. And the last thing down here is the bike room. I used to have a bike, but no longer. And that is where I live. It's snowing outside, but I think we could handle it. I'm not sure how I would feel if those were my windows, but this is the outside area, which leaves you on the side of the street. You can see how someone has tried to break in, because that's just the type of neighborhood this is. I've only had a couple of things stolen though, That's not my biggest concern. My biggest concern is being able to go to sleep at night. Now let's see if my boots came. The floor is so wet. It's definitely raining so much. It's definitely snowing, you guys. Again. Do you see why I don't consider that a real roof? No seating, no deck, no nothing. Just a wet ground. I'm not sure if you would call this a full kitchen. It's enough for me. It suffices for one person because obviously it is connected to the living room, which is right over here. So the one thing I want to share with you guys is that, first of all, anyone who likes edibles, I highly recommend these. Just make sure if you get them, there is some THC involved. Second of all, I love these hand-painted Polish potteries that you can get on Amazon. I got addicted to them, and then I bought, you know, measuring cups, little bowls. Now, they are definitely not cheap. Not cheap, which means that one cup will probably cost you about $40, but they're really strong and they do not break. Highly recommend them. They just make me very happy. Me and my smeg have a very special relationship. Thank you, sis. I love very, very much. I've been really obsessed with the NutriBullet, and I think this is so cute. Is it not? It's so cute. Here is a dishwasher. It's the first time in my life that I have a dishwasher. That this place never came with a microwave, and obviously there's just no space for it. The only reason why I need a microwave is because of my coffee in the morning, but I've gotten used to it without a microwave. And it's just interesting how, as a minimalist, I'm very interested in how the absence of something affects me, because if I don't miss it, that means I don't need it. And that just makes my life a whole lot easier. What is this really about? Let me tell you, if there's one book that is referenced over and over again, it's 1984, George Orwell. It's about a guy named Winston who introduces you to the society. There are two things that humans are scared of the moment they are born, naturally. It's not spiders, because you don't even know that you should be scared of spiders. It's falling and noise. And that is the main way people get tortured in this society, where you have to go and sit in an auditorium and hear these crazy sounds. So this is how everyone is controlled, along with little radios in the house. So Winston, who is against all of this, finds a girl. And spoiler alert, this does not end well. Finds a girl who is also opposed to society. So they find a secret room upstairs of an antique shop, and there is a black market because this is such, again, a controlled society where you get rations, and everything aside from what this government gives you is not allowed. He gets a journal from the black market, because no one is allowed to keep any records of anything or read anything that they want. They are that controlled. He starts trusting the guy that owns the black market shop. They end up renting the upstairs apartment, which is very bare, but that is where they go and do their thing, and then they're caught. The owner of the black market shop is the guy who turns them in. So then they're caught, and then he goes into the torture system. They're obviously taken away from society. And at the end, he's a zombie, hypnotized and crazy like everyone else in the society. So the end of the story is that the people always lose. If that is the way a system is run, you will always lose against the government. So I bring this up because I am tortured by the noise. I called 411, and I know I need to be sensitive because we are in a time of a pandemic. It's just impossible, you guys, to get a full night of rest, let alone a nap in the middle of the day. want you all to meet Miffy. Honestly, guys, is she not so cute? And she's all hand knit. I also think Miffy has something to do with my grieving. She sort of reminds me of Leela. I don't know. She looks cuter with her hat on. Do you agree? Everything I do, including the way I design things, is minimalistic. I need to love everything that I see, that I own, down to the tea bags that are in my cabinet. Every single thing is accounted for. Every single thing has a home. That is how you keep the moving process as simple as possible. Also, cleanup is easiest this way. This is a Dyson that saves me from all the noise at night. There's not much going on in my closets either. We have one closet over here and another closet over there. My jackets, some sheets, and I've narrowed down my clothing. Those are some sweaters, some gloves, some pillowcases. I don't know if I showed you guys. I got a Rimowa. I got the red one because I want to be able to spot it as quickly as possible. Along with the whole minimalism thing, just make sure your things are, obviously you love it, and number two, that it's functional. So the reason why I got the red one is because I know I will be able to spot it quicker than a black one or a gray one. So to me, it serves a purpose and I love it. Here's my beloved Lee. I'm gonna make another video about the whole grieving process because I think this is month 5 or 6 and it still hurts. I think it will always hurt, but I'm learning a lot about myself, and the whole acceptance thing is that we will all die someday, and it kind of sucks. I got this. It's called Milagro, but in Spain, they use this as a sign of a miracle or luck. And to me, it resembles my little Libu. You gotta do what makes you feel better, you know? I got this new piece from Etsy. Helps me keep peace in my mind. This is Tilly. If you know about Coney Island or Coney Park or Luna Park, I don't even remember what it's named now. That is the mascot, and I got this from Coney Island. I don't know why, but I feel a connection with Tilly. I don't know why, but if I feel a connection with something, I just go with it. I had to get it. It's really heavy. It's meant for you to paint on, but it's been with me for a very long time, through the thick and the very thin. I want you to say hello to Leela. This is where she is. I need to find an urn that I love. Still looking for it, but one thing, what I did immediately when she was taken away because I got her euthanized at the house is that I wanted pictures of her all over. So slowly, as I'm getting over it, these pictures are going down. I'm going to frame a large photo of her, so that will do justice for all of the photos that are coming down, because I don't feel great about it. But it's an interesting process. It's the hardest thing I've ever been through, and that's lucky. I'm really, really lucky for it. I may seem chipper and fine, but sometimes when I'm filming, I might have just been pouring crying 10 minutes before. So don't feel bad. We are living in this life together. I feel this, you feel this. I love everything about this apartment, but because it's right by the street, I can't do it. And it's not the people, because I wish there were restaurants. I wish there were bars. I wish there were things to do that were cute, nice, but that doesn't exist here. That only exists if you come to Brooklyn. If you're interested in visiting Bushwick, do not come to Bushwick Avenue. Off the L train, off DeKalb Avenue is where I used to live, and that is an area in Bushwick that is poppin', I guess you would say. That is an area where you want to be, with nice bars, with artwork. And from where I live on Bushwick Avenue, that is about a 20-minute walk. I don't go out anymore, but when I used to, if you're in your 20s, if you like going out, that is where you need to go. DeKalb Avenue, off the L train. Do not come to Bushwick Avenue. If you get an Airbnb on Bushwick Avenue, be prepared to not sleep throughout the whole night. I need to dust off the bathroom mat before I show you the bathroom. Oh my goodness. What's really surprising about the pistachio is that usually there are pieces of pistachio, or that usually it's my favorite flavor, and this one is so heavily pistachio. It feels like you're eating grinded pistachios with cream in it. So I prefer the cookies and cream or the dough. I just want some chocolate, you guys. Welcome to my bathroom. There's not much to it. If you follow me on my skincare channel, Ruthless G, you know pretty much what's going down in here every single week. Here are products that I don't use very much. I will go through a whole process of my empties because there's so much, but what I must say is if you go to TJ Maxx, make sure you get yourself some salts. I've been bathing every single day and it takes the stress off of so much. And if you're wondering why I'm holding a fork, it's because I don't have any more spoons. And if you see this at TJ Maxx, my skin is so soft. If I use this oil as I'm in the bath. And if you feel extra boozy, go ahead to Suzanne Kaufman and pick up this bubble bath because I am obsessed. It's way too hot. When I mentioned this problem to the building, to anyone, they asked, is this the first time in the city for you? No. I grew up in the city, so because we're honest with each other, I'm gonna show you my office. You can tell how excited I am because I already have moving boxes. The more prepared I am in advance, the better everything else will go. And that just applies to everything in life. I have a lot of things to sell. I have a bunch of clothes that I will be putting up on Poshmark, but I'm not even sure. I just know that I don't wear this stuff anymore, so it needs to leave. The less I have, the easier my life is. And I'm not kidding you when I say that one of the times I came back home from Beacon, because that is where I have been traveling back and forth. You could look at my other videos. And I don't live on the first floor, I live on the second floor, but I opened my windows, looked down, and there was a homeless person sleeping downstairs. So, unless that is the type of thing you like, I don't recommend staying in Bushwick or living on fucking Bushwick Avenue. So again, I hope this helps in some way or another. It's a shame because I love everything else about the apartment. And it's also a decent price because at the time when I signed the lease, which was March of 2021, COVID-19 was going strong. And because of that, everyone left the city and prices were lowered. What does that mean? That means I got 2 months free out of the 12-month lease, which makes the $2,500 more like $2,000 and something. Which makes a very big difference to me because that is what I wanted to pay. That kind of a deal does not exist now. If I wanted to renew this lease, that is not the deal I would be getting. I moved in at a perfect time, and at that time too, real estate agents were not taking any commission for rental units. So I only had to pay the security and the months forward. In Beacon, most buildings, unless you track down the property manager, Maria Spencer, you are the best, you are going to be paying a real estate agent fee, which is usually half the amount. So if my unit costs $2,000, I would have paid an extra $1,000 to the real estate agent in addition to security, in addition to the months forward. The $1,000 I would never get back. Obviously, I tracked down the manager of the building I wanted. I had my eye on this building for a while, and the spaces are so limited. I had to fight, you guys. I had to be aggressive. I had to be annoying, and that is what you have to do in life when you really, really want something and there are others who also want it. I know my videos are very sporadic. I will be consistent soon. I'm just testing out the waters right now. I want to see what it is that you want to watch, what it is that you click on, why you click on it, because that's how I know what to make. And my love for skincare has been diverged into another channel. I think that was the best thing I could have done. It's just about taking chances. We're all just doing the best we can. I hope you all have a great week. I most likely will see you next week. So, good night.